Reimer, first time by 11.724, your first car out on track. 50 drivers signed in to race here tonight. The track record they're chasing an 11.675. Lap number 2 for Taylor, a little bit slower, an 11.849. 11.849. Next up on track, this is the number 25 for Tom Alloy with Trent Shoring, Rodella Specialty Fabrication on the King with an Ed Pink Toyota. Sutter, California's Logan Seavey ready to get after it here as he starts lap number 1 of his Fathead Zywear qualifying attempt. Fathead Zywear stepping up to put $100 on the line for the drivers. That's quick time in every single qualifying session this year. First trip around for Seavey, it's an 11.935. That puts him second on the board. Reimer in 11.724. Seavey's going to hustle it out of turn number 4 here. Seavey can pick up some speed. Lap number 2 improves, but he stays second. 11.813 as we roll on to a Keith Kunz Curb Agajanian Motorsports driver. This now is the 97. Got Mobile One curb records on the Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. Lubbock, Texas's Brenham Crouch comes across the line to see the green flag. Saw Brenham pick up some heat race victories these last couple weeks out here. And they've just been working and getting this 97 where it needs to be. Lap number 1 for Crouch at 12.152. That puts him third on the board. Should be seeing Randy Pankratz here, hopefully. She was scheduled to go out second in line. Brenham, lap number 2, picks up some speed, but he'll stay third. It's an 11.835 for the driver from Texas. Here we go, rolling right along. Next on track, this is the 87W for Matt Wood Racing. NOS Energy Drink and Elk Grove Ford are on the Stanton SR11X powered Spike. From Hollister, California, Ryan Bernal works through the middle on his exit out of turn number 2, kicks it in. Over in 3, works down there right around the berm through 3 and 4. Ryan Bernal, lap number 1, jumps over Crouch. He's going to go to third on the chart. 11.824 for Bernal. That's third. Gets in a little bit lower that time. Backs up his corner in 3 and 4. It's not going to help him enough. He'll stay third. Lap number 2 at 12.333. Now your national championship point leader in the number 67 for Keith Kunz Curb Agajanian. Mobile One, TRD and Toyota. Pengrove, California's Michael Buddy Kofoid to the track. He says qualifying is the part of the night he looks forward to the least. He wants to get to racing, qualifying. He'll tell you it's not his favorite part. Well, let's see what he can do here. Hey, not too bad. Second quick, 11.735. Said this is the most nervous part of the night for him. Lap number 2. Can he go to the top of the charts in front of his teammate? Kofoid will stay second, 11.870. Taylor Reimer still out in front. Jade Avedissian in the number 86 from Clovis, California for CB Industries, PristineAuction.com, Sheesh and CMT. It's a Spike with a Speedway Toyota. Jade takes off down into turn number 1 for her first lap here. Again, talked about how fast and how impressive she was back at Merced. Lap number 1 for Avedissian at 12.022. Ran 4th with us back on night number 2 at Merced. Lap number 2 here. Jade's going to slow down. She'll stay 6th. 12.659. Her teammate Chris Wyndham quickest in hot laps at the end of practice we just wrapped up. Here comes the 26R, the drivers from Snohomish, Washington, and his name is Chance Crum. Rudine Racing, Race Rudine Foundation, and Hager Realty Services on the side. He drives a Spike with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. Love those shots Dean Mills is bringing us as the sun sets here tonight in Ventura, California. Chance Crum walks it out at turn number 4. He's going to go 6th quick. First time by. We've seen 7 cars qualify. 11.998 track record. 11.675. Crum out of the final corner. Lap number 2, he's going to stay 6th, 12.142. Next up, the late entrant, but we're still happy to have him. This is the 73B, the driver from Santa Clarita, California, for Josh Ford Motorsports, Sun Valley Ag, Walker Filtration, and Naturite. Robbie Josette gets after it. Turns his back to the Pacific Ocean and hustles it down the back straightaway. Just barely picks that left front inside tire up. Lap number 1, it's a 12.754. That puts Josette 8th on the charts. Taylor Reimer out in front right now. Early days, though, in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. 50 cars signed in. Josette's second lap goes quicker. It's a 12.726, but he will stay 8th on the charts. The 8W rolls out onto the track now. Woodland Auto Sports with Woodland Auto Display Museum and Trent Shoring on the spike with an S-Slinger underneath the hood. Templeton, California's Caleb Montgomery ready to get after it here. This looks like a sporty race car, the 8W. Brings it through 3 and 4. That thing trying to pick the front end up, does that and a little bit more. Coming to the line, Montgomery at 12.053. 12.053. That's good enough for 8th on the 8W, but he says one and done. Shuts it down. So Caleb Montgomery takes it back to the pit area. We'll roll on. Next car on track, this is the 5K, owned by Dean Alexander. Factory Cane Shocks by SBS and Worth Harvesting on the spike with a Stanton SR11X. Coalinga, California's Ben Worth, ready to go here. Now his teammate, Jason McDougall, was the driver that got upside down back during hot laps, waiting to get a report on how that car and more importantly how that driver's doing. Ben Worth at the line, 10th car out here. He's going to go 9th quick, first time out, 12.322. At the line here, the complete lap number 2. Ben Worth's going to stay in 9th. It's a 12.323. I think a few people here know this driver. Rolling out onto the track next for Fatheads Eyewear qualifying in the Kyle Larson Racing 1K with FloRacing and HendrickCars.com on the Silva with a Speedway underneath the hood from Elk Grove, California. Kyle Larson ready to go as he kicks off his Fatheads Eyewear qualifying attempt. Larson, your 11th car to take time here tonight. Let's see how lap number 1 shapes up for him. Third quick. It's an 11.801. Larson's going to be looking for just a little bit more here, and we know he's a guy that can go find it. Third quick on lap 1. He's going to stay third quick. An 11.801. Did he really go identical laps? That's what the chart's telling us. Larson, third quick. Sage Bordenave out on track now. Sage in the 35X out of French Camp, California. Gets the green flag to turn it on here. MF Motorsports, he's got Old Soul and Oak Ridge on the Fontana-powered Stealth. Sage comes up a little high out of turn number 4, lap number 1 in the books. It's a 12.832. That puts him in right behind Robbie Josette. Bordenave through 3. Pedals it at the line. 12.832. He picks up some time. 12.730. So good improvement for Bordenave. He'll stay 12th on the charts. Next on track from Raisin City, California, the driver of the 07W from Atwood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms and Elk Grove Ford on the spike with a Stanton SR11X. This is Mitchell Moles. Mitchell's a guy who's been doing a lot of racing, not a lot of midget racing. That's what makes it so impressive when he comes out here and has a good result with us. Mitchell's first time, third quick, bumps Larson down to 4th. Moles goes 11.740. Coming off a 17th place finish back at Merced. Lap number 2 is a 12.032. So Moles will stay 3rd on the time charts. Good first lap for the driver from Raisin City, California. Takes it back to the work area, and we'll push out our next car here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Next up onto the track, this is the driver of the number 45 from Camarillo, California. Bishop Motorsports owns the machine. The Oki brand on the side of the race car, as well as Gnarly Jerky and Tom Smith Motorsports. Joey Bishop coming around here to kick off his 2 laps. Joey drives the number 45. It's a spike with a Fontana underneath the hood. Comes to complete his first lap here. White flag out in the air. Joey, your 14th car. He's going to be 14th after his first lap. It's a 13.311. Getting the power down. Bounces through the bottom of 3 and 4. Carries it out at the line. He's going to stay 14th. So Bishop ends with a second lap of 13.795. Here comes the number 57. The McDowell, California racer for Abacus Racing. Cox, Beckman, Gross & Company. as well as Ambry Blends and Indy Custom Stone, support this young lady, Maria Kofer. She's got that 57 sounding pretty good through 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Kofer, super fast in qualifying every time we've seen her. 4th quick for the Bay City Racing Association standout. 11.782. Kofer, can she crack the top 3? No, she'll stay 4th. 11.919. That's a good lap there for Maria. Next up on the track, this will be the 71. The drivers from Muskogee, Oklahoma, for Keith Kunz, Curb Agajanian, with support from JBL, Toyota, TRD, and IWX. Kaylee Bryson gets ready to go. Love those shots right there. You can see just how hard Kaylee and all these other drivers are working inside the cage of these race cars at Ventura. Kaylee already completing lap number 1. It's going to be a 12.128. That's good enough for 12th on the time chart. Right down there around that inside berm through 3 and 4. 12.128, big jump. As she's going to go all the way to the top of the charts. 11.678. 11.678.675 is the track record. Kaylee Bryson got about as close as you can. This is a guy that might be able to get all the way. In the 2J at Ione, California for RMS Racing, NOS Energy Drink, EnviroFab, and Response Management Services on the Spike with the Speedway Toyota. Ione, California's Justin Grant. Man, good lap. Number 1 for Grant. It's an 11.856. Where's that put him? 10th out of everybody we've seen so far. Oh, he got a little bit up on the bike. There's able to bring it back down, and that's obviously going to hurt his second lap. Grant, 10th quick, thanks to a lap of 11.856 first time by. Next up, another one of the CB Industries cars. This is the 85 team. Western Flyer Express Drive, WFX.com, PristineAuction.com on the Spike with the Speedway Toyota. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's Ryan Timms got the job done on night number 1 out of Placerville Thursday night, preliminary night for the Hangtown 100. Scored his first ever national USAC victory out there with us. The 85T, first time by, 5th quick on the chart, 11.758. Timms kicks it in to 3, rotates it out of 4, at the line. Can he move up? No, Timms will stay 5th. Boy, this is really kind of feeling like lap 1, you got to go out and do it. The second of the Rudine Racing cars comes out. This is the 26, the driver from Visalia, California, Corey Eliason. Race Rudine Foundation and Hager Realty Services on his Speedway Toyota-powered Spike chassis. Corey's going to be the 19th car to take time here in Fatheads Iowa qualifying at the line. Lap number 1 is going to put him 15th. It's a 12.103. Eliason coming over from the wing sprint car side. It's just been awesome to have guys like him and Macedo here. Eliason, lap number 2, same story, quickest on lap 1. It's a 12.141 on lap 2, so he's going to lean against that 12.103. Next car out on track, the 1NP. Got a chance to talk to this driver for just a moment. Anadarko, Oklahoma's Ryan Paget for NP Motorsports, Masters Design and Construction, Sievers Automotive. It's a Spike with a Standridge Ford, Fontana. And Ryan racing for NP Motorsports. It's an operation that's all about teaming sons and dads, or maybe grandsons and grandfathers together. Whoa, Paget looks at the sky for a minute right there. 19th quick, lap number 1, 13.282, and troubles in 1 and 2 are not going to help this second lap. He'll take it back out of the infield, hang the right, and he's going to go right to the pit area. Lap 1 for Paget, a 13.282, good enough for 19th of the 20 we've seen. This guy's chasing his second national midget title in as many years. Here comes the number 89 for CB Industries, NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, and KNC Drywall on the Spike with a Speedway Toyota out of Canton, Illinois. Your defending USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion, Chris Windham, hooks up a little bit too much through turn number 2. Windham rocking and rolling out of 3 and 4 here. Lap number 1, 10th quick, stops it at an 11.834. Sharp-looking race car as he cuts between the sun and the shadows here tonight in Ventura, California. 10th quick, 11.834, 11.838 on lap number 2. Good speed, good consistency for Chris Windham there. He'll be 10th quick. Next up, this is the 7NZ for BSL Racing. The driver is from Loomis, California, and his name, Max Adams. Buckley Systems Limited, Lucas Oil, and Esslinger Engineering are on the side of this bullet by Spike with an Esslinger underneath the hood. Again, talked about how the BSL Racing team and 6-8 Motorsports kind of teaming up here. All the BSL guys headed home. They're back in New Zealand. Lap number 1 for Max, 12.430. That's 18th quick of the 22 we've seen. Awesome. Honestly, I'm just a fan of seeing Max in a midget. Big sprint car guy out in Indiana. And lap number 2 for Adams, a 12.326. That's 18th quick. Next on track, driving the number 9. You've watched him on Sundays in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now get ready to watch him here on a Saturday night in Ventura, California. In the number 9 for Kyle Larson Racing with A-Shock on the side of the Silva. Powered by a Speedway, Dawsonville, Georgia's Chase Elliott. Gets a little crossed up through 3 and 4. Ain't no thing, keeps it going. Elliott, 12.286, 17th quick. Gonna take another shot at it here down the back straightaway. Better looking trip through 3 and 4, 12.286. He improves and jumps to 13th, 11.979 for Chase Elliott. Good stuff there. Next on track in the number 15 for Prix Motorsports, FK Rodden's Ironborn Studio with a bullet by Spike, powered by a Speedway Toyota. Franklin, Indiana's Emerson Axum kicks it out high as he'll start his first of 2 laps here tonight. Axum turns the corner, leaves the beach in his rear view, if these cars had rear views. Let's see where Emerson lands on lap number 1, 13th quick. It's an 11.877. You know, Emerson, man, he's not going to get too high. He's not going to get too low. He's just going to go out there and do it. 13th quick. He picks up speed, but he will stay 13th. Lap number 2 and 11.875. Good stuff there for Emerson. Here comes the number 73, one of 2 cars for Josh Ford Motorsports. Naturite, Sun Valley Ag, and Walker Filtration on the Triple X with a one-way Chevy. Ventura, California's Dylan Ito. How about that? Hometown racer, Dylan Ito, ready to go. The Naturite guys, they hooked up, I think, KKM with a bushel of fresh strawberries. They were looking good. Dylan Ito, lap number 1, gonna go 21st quick. That actually puts him right in front of his teammate, Robbie Josette, the 73 at 12.647. That's 21st quick here. Lap number 2 for Ito. Climbs the charts up to 19th, 12.205. 12.205, Ito, 19th. Here comes the 15 WS out on the racetrack. Chatsworth, California's Ron Hazelton. TRC Transmissions, West Evans Motorsports on the Triple X with a Van Dyne Mopar W9. Spinning those rear Hoosier tires. Almost picks the front Hoosier tires up coming out of turn number 2. Hazelton gets his way through 3. Here he goes here. White flag's going to wave. Lap number 1 puts him 24th of the 26 you've seen. Hazelton, a 13.101. Been racing out here at the Turkey Night since 93. Whoa, look at that. Hey, a wheelie all the way across the line. Hazelton, fortunately, it's not going to help him. He'll stay 24th, 13.617. But dang, it was cool. Up next, the second of the Prix Motorsports cars. This is car number 5, driven by Coleman, Alabama's Kevin Thomas Jr. Westside Tractor Sales and Gray Auto. KT. In the bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota. How's 3 and 4 look for him this time? A lot better. Kevin Thomas Jr., 18th quick, lap number 1. It's a 12.062. And guys, we are just now on car number 27. KT's going to call it. Go one and done here. 18th quick for the driver from Alabama. 12.062. Puts him right in between Caleb Montgomery and Corey Eliason. Here we go. Next up in the 19 AZ for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports. Gilbert, Arizona native. Hayden Reinbold ready to go. AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation on the Spike with a Stanton SR 11X. Hayden, another driver you're going to hear from in a moment when we play a little feature. We talked to a couple drivers about what they did on Turkey Night since they weren't racing. Hayden in the 19 AZ, he goes 20th quick, first time by, 12.176. Hayden letting us know what he and the Reinbolds did on Thanksgiving out here in Ventura. He's trying to pick up a little speed right now out in Ventura. He does. Goes from 20th to 18th. Hayden, a 12.062. Here we go. Next on track, this is car number 32 for Caden Cirali, Teltac, SB Properties, Cirali Farms, and All-Pro Coatings, as well as Impact on the CS9 with a Stanton SR11. Stockton, California's Caden Cirali takes us down into turns 1 and 2. Work through the middle of 1 and 2, keeps up a little bit higher in 3 and 4. Cirali's first lap, good enough for 24th, 12.492. Guys getting really hooked up on the exit of 2, able to power down the back straightaway. Skates up to the top of the track out of 4. And Cirali picks up speed on lap number 2. It's a 12.305. He'll stay 22nd. Here comes the 68 for 6.8 Motorsports. Esslinger Engineering, CSI, and Rod End Supply on the Stewart with an Esslinger. Penn Grove, California's Chase Johnson coming at you. He is our 30th car here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. 50 signed in. I think we're down to 49 with the absence of Thomas Meserol. Johnson picks that left front up, coming through turn 3. Lap number 1, 22nd quick for the driver of the 68, 12.240. Slots him in right between Ito and Cirali. Lap number 2 nearly already complete here. Good run through the middle out of 3 and 4. Chase Johnson, lap number 2. He will improve on lap time. Goes 12.227. He'll stay 22nd. Now, in a different number than you're used to seeing him, but same driver of the 08. This is the 17B. He's being scored as the 08 if you're watching on Race Monitor right now. Cannon McIntosh has been super strong out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Junked that car on Wednesday night out at Merced, so that's why he's in his teammate Austin Barnhill's ride. McIntosh 23rd quick on lap number 1, 12.249. See what he's got here on his second lap. Going to pick up some spots. Cannon ends up 6th quick in the 08. Great lap, 11.778. Wow. The 25M for Tom Malloy takes the track now, ready to see the green flag. Roseville, California's Colby Copeland, racing with support from Trent Shoring and Rodella Specialty Fabrication. He drives a King with an Ed Pink Toyota underneath the hood. Colby Copeland coming at you out of 4. Has to tighten it up there just a little bit. Copeland, first time by, 24th quick, 12.273, 24th for car 25M. Gets up in the soft stuff there. And lap number 2 will stay 24th. It's a 12.635 for Copeland. Jarrett Soares in the number 12 rolls out onto the track next. Coming to us by way of Discovery Bay, California. Den Betsy Motorsports, C&H Veteran Enterprises, and Bennick Enterprises on the spike with an Esslinger. Powering them around the track here tonight in Ventura, California. Soares in the number 12. Right down around that inside berm. Kicks it out a little bit on corner exit. Soares, 25th quick, 12.297. You've seen 33 cars so far here tonight in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Soares goes 25th quick, first time by. Lap number 2 is a tick slower, 12.670, so he'll stay 25th. Here we go, next on track, a former winner of this race, the 2015 version, went to the driver of the 19T from Minden, Nevada. Tanner Thorson does the driving for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports. AME Electrical, MVT, and Smith Titanium are on the side of his Stanton SR11X powered spike chassis. And Thorson, man, he's just been on fire with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets here in 2021. Thorson, first time out, 15th quick, 11.923. Thorson, good stuff there. Just past the halfway point here in the draw. 15th quick, 11.923. He's going to stay 15th, 12.036 for Thorson on lap number 2. 35th car ready to go out now. This is the number 20 of CJ Sarna. He calls Palm Desert, California home. Stortex, final lifestyle. Sarna brings it back down. Catches his breath. I think you're going to see an improvement here on lap number 2 because he's still figuring out what happened over in 3 and 4. So Sarna, even with that ride over there, goes 32nd quick. Let's get his sponsors out. StoreTex, Final Lifestyle, and Cactus Jacks on the spike with a Van Dyne All-Pro Chevy. 32nd quick, lap number 2. He improves, but he'll stay 32nd. 12.912. Next up, here comes car number 35, Fresno, California's Tyler Dalecki. MF Motorsports with Old Soul and Oak Ridge on the spike with a Fontana. 3 and 4 is giving these guys some trouble here tonight. Dalecki sees the green flag, but just as CJ struggled with the run to the green flag, as does Tyler. White flag's going to wave here, so lap number 2 is really what he's banking on. Dalecki at 12.790. That puts him 32nd. That actually bumps Sarna down to 33rd. Dalecki at the line, 32nd. He jumps up to 28th. Good improvement there. 12.307. Next up, 37W. This is one of the Matt Wood racing cars. Out of Angola, Indiana, Elk Grove Ford, Sundollar Restorations, and QuickPits.com on the spike with a Stanton SR11X. Zeb Wise, car 37W, and he's also car number 37 to qualify here tonight. Zeb, another one of those wing guys that we really enjoy having come out and race with us in the USAC National Midgets. 23rd quick, first time by, 12.202. Was very generous with his time and talked to me back at Placerville just about the differences. And boy, there sure are a lot when it comes to driving a wing sprint car versus a USAC National Midget. 22nd quick, first time by, 12.068. So Zeb improves up to 22nd, puts him in right behind Kevin Thomas Jr. From 137 to the next we go. This is now the 37M, Yorba Linda, California's Matt Mitchell. JW Mitchell Motorsports is the entrant. Roy Miller Trucking and Campbell Bros Storage on the spike with an S-Slinger underneath the hood. Matt Mitchell here in car 37M. Another guy we got to see a lot of time of in hot laps last night. Mitchell, lap number 1, 12.151. That's good enough for 24th quick. Mitchell picks up that left front, stumbles through the middle of 3 and 4, and lap number 2, 13.222. That's a lot of twos. 39th car to qualify will be the 71K. Lincoln, California's Tanner Carrick for Keith Kuhn's Curb Agajanian. IWX, TRD, and Toyota on the Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota. Tanner, a guy we don't get to see full-time on the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget schedule, but we'll take him when we can get him. The 71K has shown good speed all month long. 16th quick, 11.943, 71K. The number that our friend Dason Pursley has carried all season long. Dason, man, we sure do miss you. Lap number 2 for Carrick is a position better. He goes from 16th to 15th, 11.915. We're going to have some information for you on Dason Pursley here right after Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Now on track, the 19A for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, Bush's Chicken, AME Electrical, and CSI on the spike with a Stanton SR11X. This is Waco, Texas's very own Chase Randall. They call him the quickest chicken. I just call him Chase. Gets crossed up there a little bit in 3 and 4. Let's see where it puts him. Lap number 1 is 28th quick to 12.266. Randall, man, that non-wing sprint car he's running out here this weekend looks really good. The 28th quick. Good improvement. Here he goes 28th to 20th. Randall. Nice stuff there in the 19.8, 12.023. 12.023 for Randall. The 01 for Keith Kuhn's Curb Agajanian with Coleman Power Sports and Yerf Dog is driven by Colby, Kansas' Bryant Wiedemann. He's coming at you next. Stop by the Keith Kuhn's Curb Agajanian pit right before hot laps began and talk to Bryant. Some of his teammates were down there in the pit. Lap number 1 for Wiedemann here. 26th quick, 12.125. Bryant's been chasing Rookie of the Year honors and 7th place run back at Merced, our last round of racing. Bryant Wiedemann, lap number 2 here. 13th quick, 11.845. 13th for Wiedemann. Looked awful good back at Placerville when he ran 3rd to Larson and Emerson. Next car on track, this is the 51. The driver comes to us by way of Bakersfield, California, Brody Fusion. Rusty Carlisle owns the machine. Lap number 1 for Brody, 36th quick, 12.689. They got RPM Motorsports, WE, PD Machine, and Taylor Backhoe on the spike with an S-Slinger. Brody Fusion, 36th quick, lap number 1. He'll pick up some time, but he will stay 36th, 12.536. Fusion stays 36th on the board. Next on track. Cool to see this guy behind the wheel of a midget. This is the 89X, the drivers from Greenfield, Indiana. USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car regular, C.J. Leary. Leary, Josh Ford Motorsports, Walker Filtration, Pacific Coast Maintenance Service. It's a Triple X with a one-way Chevy underneath the hood. Leary brings it out of 4. Let's see what he's got here on lap number 1. 30th quick for the 89X, 12.235. You see Leary team up usually with Alex Bowman. Go run a midget down at the Chili Bowl. Leary's second lap's going to keep him in 30th, 12.340. As our 44th car gets ready to roll out, we near the end of qualifying here. This is car number 21 for Tarleton Motorsports, Tarleton & Son, Complete Parts, and BG Oils on the King with a Speedway Toyota. Out of Lemoore, California, Carson Macedo, 44th driver to take time here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Macedo comes to see the white flag, first time by. 19th quick, 11.993. 11.993, 19th. Already at the line for lap number 2. He's going to stay 19th, 12.152. Here comes the 15X. Out of Littleton, Colorado, Brock Garrett owns the machine. BGE Incorporated, Harmon Construction, JST Technology, and WEM on the spike with a Stanton SR11X. Littleton, Colorado's Carson Garrett. Saw him run with us back at Hobstad, and I know he did the midget at VC39. Catches the inside berm here as he works lap number 1. That's going to put him 39th quick aboard the 15X. Carson brings it down the back straightaway. Sun nearly set here tonight in Ventura, California. Much better run here out of 3 and 4, and it's going to help him go from 39th to 38th. Garrett stops the clock at 12.358. Next up on track, this will be the driver of the 1P out of Delano, California for NP Motorsports, Masters Design and Construction, Sievers Automotive on the Standard Chevy powered Spike. The 1P of Terry Nichols. Again, talked for a moment about NP Motorsports when their first car, Ryan Padgett, went out. It's an operation that really promotes dads and sons working together, grandfathers and grandsons. It's a really great organization. First lap out here for Terry Nichols in the 1P, 43rd quick. Mike Peckfelder, team owner, talked about it, inspired by losing his son 26 years ago. All about fostering those relationships. Terry, 43rd quick, picks up speed on lap number 2, improves with a 12.966, 43rd at the end of 2 laps of Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. 46 cars have seen the track here as we near the end of time trials for the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets. And with the yellow lights coming on, I do believe we have completed Fatheads Eyewear qualifying for the USAC National Midgets. There it is, Kaylee Bryson, 11.678 Fatheads Eyewear Quick Time Award. Congratulations to the young lady from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and her teammate, Taylor Reimer. Second quick. Buddy Kofoid, your national championship point leader, 3rd. Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City is 4th, and Ryan Timms completes the Fast 5 here tonight. Your top 10 lock in to tonight's A main event. Seeing the rest of the qualifying results there if you're back home watching live on Flow. And we're getting ready to move right along. I believe opening ceremony is coming up next. So, folks, with that strong result in qualifying, Michael Buddy Kofoid getting inside the top 6, I can now tell you that officially all he needs to do is fire off for tonight's A-main event, and Michael Buddy Kofoid will be your 2021 USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion. So as that gets closer, we'll keep you up to date, but Kofoid looked strong enough and picked up points in qualifying, so all he's got to do is fire off, and that is official. So pretty big news right there for Kofoid. Came into tonight with a 47-point advantage over Chris Wyndham, your defending USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion. And Kofoid in pretty good spot right now. So Fatheads Eyewear qualifying is done. Kaylee Bryson picks up the Fatheads Eyewear